Alright guys, so in today's video, I'm going to teach you a trick in which you can present yourself as being somebody who can actually count cards. Now, when I say count cards, what I mean by that is somebody who has the ability to do crazy mathematics, crazy fast in your head, and go to a casino and apply this crazy technique to I guess, cheat or win at games like blackjack. If you've ever seen movies like Rain Man, 21, or even The Hangover, then you might know what I'm talking about. And it's because of these movies that people always ask me, hey, Sean, can you count cards? So, when people ask me this question, and I'm sure you get this question too, this is a perfect trick to show them, yes, you can indeed count cards. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so what I'll do here is show you what the effect looks like, and after I do that I'll break down exactly what I'm doing here. So the person can shuffle the deck as much as they want to, and then they're just allowed to take any card they want out. Maybe they go for this card right here, they look at it and remember it. Alright, now they can really take the deck and put it back anywhere they want to, just like this, and then they can shuffle again. And I'd recommend maybe doing a little casino wash here because we're doing a casino themed trick here. Now, what I'll have them do here is, as they're shuffling, take out any three counter cards, okay? So as they're doing this, they can take out any three counter cards, maybe this one, and this one. We'll set those aside later without looking at them. Now, we can gather these up, and if they want to, they can give it a further mix, just so they know in their head that the cards are really mixed up beyond restoration. All right, that's not the card, is it? No good. All right, so what we'll do here is I will try to do two things at once here. One, find your card with a technique called card counting. But in order to find that card, I have to know what it is. So what I'll also do is use my magic experience and background to try and guess what your card is with a little bit of intuition. Alright, so the card counting might go something like this. Alright, maybe, actually, you know what? For this, just so we can all follow along, I'll do it face up, alright? So I'll do this face up this time. So once again, I'll show you some cards, and when you see these cards, I want you to just mentally say yes or no if your card is in there or not, okay? So, let's see. Based on card counting, I think I'll stop here. Now, for the first time, did you see your card? They say no. Alright, so they say no. Now, based on intuition and card counting, I think we can use these counter cards to locate exactly where your card is. Alright, so we have a 10, we have a 2, and we have an ace. That makes 13. 10 plus 2 plus 1 equals 13. I believe, based on my experience, that your card is exactly 13 cards down. Let's take a look. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. For the first time, what was your card? The Ace of Clubs? There it is. Alright guys, so this is pretty much self-working except for either a card force or a card control, depending on how you want to handle this trick, okay? So what I did in that performance is I wanted to fool you. So what I did is use my favorite thing in the world, which is a pencil dotted card. Alright, so if you are using a pencil dotted card, you just want to force that card on somebody, okay? So I think the best way to force a card is by using the dribble force, and they get their card and they look at it. Now, if you don't know what a pencil dot card is, I will show you right now. All this is taking a card and putting a dot in the upper corners of the white border like this, okay? So now, when you have these two dots, just by spreading through the deck now, you can locate exactly where that card is. I can see the dot right here, so I know that's my card right there. But on top of that, we also have an edge mark on the card. So take the edge of your pencil here or your pen and just color in a little dot on the edge of the card as well, just like this. So now when the card is in the deck, just by looking at the side of the deck, you can see a dot where that card is. The only reason why I use this pencil dot card is so that I can have the person shuffle the deck after they pick the card. But this is unnecessary. It's just if you want to really fry somebody, okay? But if you don't want to do that, just simply have any card freely chosen, and what you'll want to do here is control that card to the bottom of the deck, okay? So any way you do this, whether you have the dot or just a free selection, you want to get it on the bottom of the deck. So let's just say in this example that we are going to be using the pencil dotted card, okay? So you just force it however you want to. I like the dribble force, like I mentioned. They say stop, they get their card. Now the cool thing here is that you can just put the deck down, they look at their card, and they can put it back anywhere, and then they themselves, without you looking or doing anything, they can shuffle the cards themselves. Now, it doesn't matter how much they shuffle now, because since you know you have a pencil dot on the edge and on the back, you can control that card anywhere you want to because you know exactly how to find it. All right, so let's say we can shuffle like this, going back like a Charlier shuffle, right? This is how I do it. You just go back and forth, and when you see the dot, I can see it right here. All right, it's right there. Just put it on the bottom of the deck as you're doing this motion, so now it's on the bottom. Or what I did in that performance, it could be anywhere, and as they're doing their casino wash, you tell them to take out any 3 cards, okay? So you're not really mentioning what the trick is yet, because what might happen here is when you ask them to take out 3 cards, they might actually take out their card, okay? So when they're doing this, ask them to slide out any 3 cards without looking at them, okay? So boom, 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 that's our 3 cards. Now, if they do take out their card here, you can narrow it down. You can use Equivocate or Magician's Choice to have them pick their own card, and that'll just be a different trick altogether. But if they don't, we proceed with this card counting trick, all right? So they take out 3 cards, and they're still shuffling here. And sometimes what I'll do also, when I pick up the deck and I square it, I say, now you shuffle the deck, your card could be anywhere in this mess here, and as I'm gesturing, I just go through and say your card could be anywhere, and I just cull that pencil dot card to the bottom of the deck as I'm saying this. So there it is right on bottom. It doesn't matter how you get there, guys, just as long as they have a selection and it's on the bottom and there's 3 counter cards here. Now we proceed with the presentation and how to do this trick. I should also mention, guys, that you will be using a marked deck, okay? So this deck is marked for suit and value, all right? So I made this bicycle deck of marked cards myself using Peter, forgot his name right now. Pete McCabe's PM marked system. All right, that's just when you take a blue Sharpie and you just do it yourself on the back of these bicycle cards. The reason why I wanted to use these bicycle cards is because I wanted to fool you extra bad by using just a regular bicycle deck. Okay, so now you'll have a marked deck for suit and value. The only reason for the marked deck is just so that when they take these cards out, you tell them without looking that you can just know what these 3 cards are, okay? So now we proceed with the card counting presentation, which might go something like this. All right, so yes, card counting. I'm going to try to find your card with a technique called card counting, but in order to find your card, I have to know what it is. And so I have to do 2 things at once, which is try to guess what your card is with intuition, plus at the same time in my head, counting cards at the same time. All right, so now what you want to do, since we have it on bottom, I'll leave it face up for you guys, all right? So what you want to do is burn 10 cards off the top and put them on the bottom. And I do it like this. I just say the card counting might go something like this. Let's see here. And I just do this. I throw cards down, but it's always exactly 10. And I say, but I don't stop there. When I throw cards down, I'm just counting 10. I'm 3, 2, 2, 3, and then I do another batch, but I stop and say, actually, you know what? We'll do it face up this time, just so we can follow it along, just so we can see what I'm doing here. But in that action, I change, like I appear to change my mind and say we'll do it face up this time after I've thrown down the exactly 10 cards there that we need for this trick. Alright, so once you have your card controlled to the bottom of the deck and you have burned your 10 cards underneath that with that little gesture there, what you're going to do now is say, look, I'm going to show you some cards. And if you see your card in there, don't tell me out loud. Only think yes or no if you see your card, okay? So what you do here is you deal face up 9 cards, okay? So I'll just always think 19. 19 is always your key number here. So you've done the 10, and now you do another 9, all right? So it's always the 10 plus another 9, all right? So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But you don't stop here. That's why you have the marks on the backs of these 3 cards here, because whatever values these are, you're going to subtract them from 10. So right here I see a 5. So I know that I have to deal 5 cards because 5 from 10 is 5, all right? So after my 9, I don't stop. I just keep going. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then here I see a jack, which is a 10, all right? So face cards are always worth 10, all right? So after the 5, I don't stop. I just keep going, all right? But I do nothing for 10, just 10s, they just how they are, do nothing for 10s, all right? So now I go on the next one, and I see a 6 here, right? So I keep going, I skip the 10, do nothing on 10s, so I do 4 because 6 from 10 is 4, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, all right? So again, let's say these were just different cards, all right? So let's say I'll use these 3 number cards here. I'll show you one more time so you can really get the idea of how fast and smooth you want this to go. All right, so remember, these will be face down, obviously. All right, so you just simply read the back of the markings to get your key numbers here. All right, so remember, I always start with a 9 first and then subtract these 3 numbers from 10 one by one, okay? So the first one I'll do is after my 9, I'll do obviously 7 cards. Then I'll skip to this one and do 3, and then to this one I'll do 2, okay? So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. All right, so you see how I did that? It's just that fast. You should no hesitation and no pausing. All right, so now when you've done this, you'll ask them, do you see your card in here anywhere? And they'll say, well, they don't say anything. They just think no. Okay, now you say, okay, so based on card counting and based on intuition, I can safely assume that your card is not in here. And based on card counting, based on intuition, I think that your card is going to be exactly the amount of these counter cards, or whatever you want to say, right? Now you say, look, I believe that your counter cards will lead us directly to your card. All right, so now for the first time you have them turn them face up, and this is the first time either of you are seeing these cards. Now you ask them to add these 3 values up, and they'll get 18, right? So give them the deck, and they'll count 18 cards. They'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It'll always be 18 down. And by the way, you will need a complete full deck of 52 cards, alright? So no jokers, no cards missing. It has to be a complete deck of 52 cards, alright? So we'll do this one more time just with a free selection, okay? So I'll go through the mechanics one more time for a free selection. Remember, all you do here is just control a card at the bottom of the deck, alright? So they'll pick a card. We'll say we'll go with the 5 of hearts this time, and it is buried in the middle somewhere. You can even give it some shuffles like this. Just keeping that card on the bottom the whole time with the 5 of hearts. Okay, we'll leave it face up. Now, at this point, you can spread the deck and just have them slide out any 3 cards. So maybe they'll go for this one, and this one, just like this. Square these up and say, look, just go to blah, 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 whatever your pattern wants to be. Remember, you burn the 10 cards first, like this. And then say, actually, you know what, this time I will, I'll do it face up so we can all see it. Alright, so you just drop the deck on top of these after you say that, and then you will do the 9 cards. So you'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I see a 7 here, so I don't want to stop. Remember, I keep going, so I do 3, 1, 2, 3. I see a 9, I'll do 1. I see an 8, I'll do 2. Alright, so now, do you see your card in here? Don't tell me out loud, just think yes or no. They'll think no. I'll scoop these up. turn them face down, plop these on top based on my experience in Magic and counting cards. I believe that your counter cards will lead us directly to your card. For the first time, let's turn these up and see what we got here. A 7, a 9, and an 8. So now you ask them to add these together, and of course we'll get 24. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24 is always the card.